Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new live stream. This is Tosif and I'm here. This is my channel. This is our community. And this is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. Every night I do live streams on this channel to bring to you the latest information about what's happening in the world of politics, particularly election, right? Because we are heading towards the most important election of our lifetime. So most of the discussion, um, you know, most of it's about election these days, but there's obviously a lot to discuss. There's obviously a lot to discuss. Things happening in the United States, things happening around the world. And understand you probably understand what I'm going to be talking about today, because if you look at the name of the title of the live stream, I think it gives you a pretty good idea about what is it that I'll discuss today. Why did Joe Biden call Trump supporters garbage? I'm speechless, but I can't be speechless. I have to talk about this. So here I am, and I want you to share your thoughts with me as we move forward in the discussion. So let's see who's here. DK is here. Hello, DK. DK writes, good evening. Good evening to DK. John Drake, good evening. Frank is from Florida. Frank writes from Florida, present. Frank, thanks for being here. Viewer named That Girl writes, hello, my America brother. Thank you for being here. Drew writes, where is everyone at? Well, Drew, I just started the live stream, so we're not even 3 minutes into the stream, so I think more people will join as we move forward. But for that, you have to like this video, okay? So hit the like button. 23 viewers watching right now. The number is going to go up because we're not even 3 minutes into the live stream. So please like this video, okay? Other viewers are joining. Renee, and there's I think there's a username written in foreign language that I can't read. Debbie is here. Hello, Debbie. So, my friends, here we are, just days away. Hold on. Chip writes, I sent you an email. Okay, all right, Chip. I will check my email. I had quite busy is good, and I don't want to repeat every day that I had a busy day, but I really had a very busy day. So I haven't been able to catch up with my emails and text messages. So if you have sent me an email, I apologize if I didn't read it yet. I didn't read it yet, so I will look for it, okay? Gerlina is here. Gerlina, thank you for being here. Okay, so we are days away from the most important election of our lifetime. Days away from the most important election of our lifetime. I think you understand that. I don't have to repeat that anymore. I think you understand. And like Donald Trump recently said, it's no more an election day, but it's actually an election period. I think he said something like that during his rally in New York, because it's no longer that you're voting on a specific day, but there's early voting. People vote by mail. People vote early in person. And that starts early. Like, I already voted. Okay? I already voted in person early. And so it's really an election period. It's a period of time during which people can go vote But obviously, there are those who want to vote on the election day. Okay, that's great. November 5th is that day. Um, Garfield is here. Garfield, hello. Thanks for being here. Another viewer. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Is it Cyril? Cyril? I'm sorry. Who writes, I voted today, my friend. Well, thank you for voting. I appreciate that. Lots of viewers coming in. Please like this video and subscribe if you have not done so already. So we are days away from the most important election day of our lifetime, right? The period has begun, but the election day is coming up. And it's natural. It's quite natural that things are going to get heated. You know, in the final few days before the election day, the candidates, they are busy campaigning. They are trying to convince the voters why the voters should vote for them. You know, Kamala Harris is out there making promises, and Donald Trump is out there sharing the facts. Okay, so Kamala Harris is out there making promises, most of which I'll confidently say are false. Okay, she's talking about how she's going to take on corporations, you know, corporations who are price gouging. Well, if you want to take on corporations for price, first of all, this is inflation caused by Democrats' reckless spending. Okay, this is inflation caused by the reckless spending of the Democrats. But Kamala is trying to spin it. She's trying to say, oh, it's price gouging by corporations. See how the Democrats always always like blame businesses, like, oh, the businesses, the big corporations, blah blah blah, they are doing the. No, it's just your reckless spending, Democrats, and couldn't manage the economy. Econ 101 probably don't understand, and that's why we are in such a mess. It's because of bad policies. It's because of bad governance. The Democrats, okay, what they have given us is bad governance, which is why we've got such high inflation. And so Kamala Harris is out there saying, oh, price gouging by corporations, price gouging by corporations. She's going to take on the corporations. Well, if you think that's what you're going to do, why didn't you do it already? You're the VP. Come on. Kamala Harris acts like the outsider. She is the vice president. She has been for almost 4 years. If she could fix the issues with high prices, she would have done it already. So Kamala Harris is out there making all kinds of false promises. You know, they are liars. Kamala Harris and a lot of her Democrat allies, they are just liars. They lie to get the votes. Liars, liars, liars. And Donald Trump is out there sharing the facts, sharing the truth. And yes, he is also making promises, but we know from Donald Trump's record that he delivers on the promises that he makes. So Donald Trump, the way he operates is he's going to make promises and then he's going to fulfill the promises. I mean, do you agree with me? So Garfield is writing, Tosif, you should be ashamed of yourself. Garfield, why should I be ashamed? Why should I be ashamed? I'm a proud American. So I am proud. I'm a proud American, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of, Garfield. Okay? I'm a proud American. And I voted for Donald J. Trump. I already voted. Okay? So whenever I ask you to go vote, now I'm talking to everyone. Whenever I say, hey, go vote early, you may be asking, Toss, if you're asking us to vote early, but what about you? Did you vote early? Yes, I did. Vote early, vote for Donald J. Trump. So Garfield, I'm not ashamed. I'm actually proud. I'm proud of the things I say. I'm proud of the things I do. I'm proud of the things I've accomplished. I'm proud of, all the things that I want to do, my dreams and hopes. Okay? And one thing that I'm dreaming about right now is Donald Trump back in the White House. I want to see Donald Trump as the commander in chief in the White House. I want to see him in the Oval Office working to make America great again. Okay? If you agree with me, please let me know. Garfield is saying you should be ashamed of yourself. By now I'm kind of used to hearing these things. I've been in politics, a really long time. I have been involved in politics a very long time. So, I'm used to this. I'm used to such comments. The really harsh ones, like, if there's name calling, that's when I block people, okay? Otherwise, I don't. I try not to block people. But Garfield, why are you saying I should be ashamed of myself? No, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Garfield. There's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? What I'm ashamed of is really, I'm ashamed to see that Joe Biden is in the White House. That's what I'm ashamed of. Because he called me garbage. Joe Biden called me garbage. If you are a Trump supporter, Joe Biden called you garbage. Okay? So I am ashamed of the fact that Joe Biden carries the title of the president. Okay? That's what I'm ashamed of. Okay? I'd be very happy when Donald Trump becomes the president. Okay? Garfield says, now you're just lying. Garfield, now you're calling me a liar? This is what happens when I share the truth. Somebody calls me a liar. H is writing, you're going to cry next week. Yeah, I agree. I already said it. I already said I'm going to cry next week. Tears of joy. How many times do I have to say it? If you're saying you're going to cry, Tassif, you're going to cry next week. Yes, I am going to cry, which is why, I've got my handkerchief here already because I'm going to wipe my eyes. I've got napkins and tissues and, I have to wipe the tears. Tears of joy, like I said. Okay? So I'm looking forward to shedding tears of joy. By the way, let's get back to the main point. Garfield writes, your truth is half-baked. No, I'm not baking anything. The only thing I bake is a cake, all right? By the way, that reminds me, I do have to bake a cake, a pound cake, vanilla flavor. By the way, whenever I bake cakes, I like to add a little bit of vanilla essence there. It just really adds such a. I like vanilla. If you guys have other flavors that you like, just let me know. Okay, so my truth is not half baked. The only thing I bake is cake, and sometimes I'll bake chicken, but mostly I cook chicken. All right, I cook it with gravy. Sometimes I bake it. All right. So let's not go into baking stuff. All right, because this is not a food. Like, I do have shorts videos on food, but really my channel is really focuses on social and political issues. We're not going to go into baking right now, okay? We can talk about baking some other time, all right? If you have recipes you want to share, let me know, okay? Amanda is here. Amanda, always good to see you, Amanda. Thanks for being here. So, as I was saying, somebody writes, who bakes gravy cake? Did I say gravy cake? I said when I bake chicken, that's when I bake chicken, but I don't bake chicken very often because whenever I prepare chicken, most of the time I prepare it in a gravy. Okay? All right? It's a curry. It's a curry form. Chicken korma, chicken jalfrazi. There are different dishes I can talk about later. Somebody probably didn't understand what I was saying. That's okay. Listen, let's go back to the main point. We can talk about baking later on. And by the way, if you have recipes you want to share, please do so. Okay. So, as I was saying, Kamala Harris is out there making false promises. All right? Whenever she says, "Oh, I'm not going to ban fracking." No, she is lying. She's a liar. She's going to ban fracking if she gets elected president. When she says, "Oh, I'm not going to defund the police," well, she is going to defund the police. She is going to do that. She supports defunding the police. Okay? We know that. Just look at her history. So she is out there making all kinds of false promises. Kamala Harris making false promises. Donald Trump sharing the truth, sharing the facts. He is also making promises, but he will fulfill the promises because we know from his record, whenever Trump makes a promise, he fulfills the promise. So if you elect Trump, you are going to get a truthful commander-in-chief. Okay, somebody who is going to be transparent, somebody who is going to tell the truth, somebody who is going to deliver on the promises. He's going to fulfill the promises that he is making. Okay, Garfield's not gonna like anything that I say. Garfield, I just have to laugh. Garfield doesn't like anything I say, Garfield, I will never be able to convince you. That's okay. All right? I'm going to move forward. By the way, lots of viewers coming here tonight. Please hit the like button. Okay? And share this video and also subscribe if you have not done so already. Jan writes Trump 24. Okay? Lisa Ann writes, I want cake. All right. I wish I had a separate channel just for like preparing food and stuff, like detailed recipes, not short videos. I have shorts videos on food on this channel, but maybe at some point I'll make longer videos on just baking and cooking and all that. So now you may have seen this already. Joe Biden called Donald Trump supporters garbage. Now, my friends, how many millions of people voted for Donald Trump? How many millions of people voted for Donald Trump? How many millions are going to vote for Donald Trump? How many millions support Donald Trump? So Joe Biden called millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans garbage. Joe Biden called me garbage. If you are a Trump supporter, Joe Biden called you garbage. If you know other Trump supporters, Joe Biden called them garbage. Joe Biden called Trump supporters garbage. Now, I don't know what kind of excuse the Democrats are going to come up with. I'm sure they're already brainstorming and trying to spin it and the Democrats will try to convince you that Joe Biden didn't say that. Even if you heard it, even if you've seen the video clip, even if you know it, your senses are working, your sight, your hearing, everything's, your brain's functioning, and you heard it, you know that Joe Biden called Trump supporters garbage, but the Democrats are going to try to convince you, it was all a dream. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I mean, these Democrat politicians, they are such liars. They're such liars. It is unbelievable. Joe Biden's team and his allies, they are just masters in lying. Okay? So the Democrats are going to spend the next couple of days trying to convince the American people that Joe Biden didn't say it. Oh, he didn't say it. You didn't hear it. You were dreaming. If you say, no, 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 I saw it, I heard it, they're going to say, no, 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 you were dreaming. It didn't happen. Okay? You were hallucinating. Joe Biden did say it. Joe Biden said that Trump supporters are garbage. Okay? And maybe some Democrats will say, oh, that was a slip of tongue. He didn't mean it. No, whatever he said, he meant that 100%. This, this shows what the Democrats really think about the American people. This is what the Democrats really think about the American people. And this is not the first time. Remember when Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters deplorables and irredeemables? Remember that? Remember that? Do you remember that? Garfield says, did you not hear his clarification? Garfield, of course the Democrats are going to try to clarify stuff. They are going to say, oh, there's a clarification. You didn't hear it properly. Go get your hearing checked. He didn't say it. And you're going to say, no, I heard it. And the Democrats will say, oh, no, 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 no. You need to go and see an ENT doctor, ear, nose, throat. Okay, get your ears checked. Maybe you need a hearing aid. You didn't hear it properly. That's what the Democrats will tell you. The Democrats will tell you, you know what? You got a hearing issue. Let me recommend to you a good hearing doctor, okay? The doctor is going to recommend some good hearing aids, and then you're going to hear very clearly, but what you heard is not correct. The Democrats are going to come up with all kinds of excuses because the Democrats are liars. They are liars, okay? And here's the truth. Here's the truth. Joe Biden meant it. Joe Biden meant it. Joe Biden called me a garbage. Joe Biden called you, a Trump supporter, garbage. That's what Joe Biden did. And the American people understand it. We're not stupid. Okay, we're not stupid. We're not idiots. Okay, so we heard it. He said it. And this is not the first time that Democrats have said stuff like this. Okay, this is not the first. There's no excuse. This is not the first time. Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters deplorables. And the Democrats have also called Trump rally Nazi rally. Not too long ago, the Democrats called the Trump rally Nazi rally. Remember that? So Trump supporters were called deplorables, irredeemables, garbage. Trump rally was called a Nazi rally. Do you think like all of this, like it was all a slip of tongue? Do you think so? This is exactly what the Democrats think of the American people. They don't. I have been saying for a long time, these Democrat politicians in Washington, these Democrats, all they care about, it's just power. They care about power. They'll say whatever they need to in order to get votes and to stay in power. You know, one day they'll say, oh, ban fracking. Then, little later they'll say, oh, no. We're not going to ban fracking. Whatever fits their, political purpose. They'll say, they'll lie. Okay. In order to get votes and stay in power. But I want you all to understand that what Joe Biden said, this is exactly what he means. Deep in his heart, he thinks that Trump supporters, forget Trump supporters. We are American people, right? I mean, who are the Trump supporters? The Trump supporters are the American people. He called the American people garbage. Being the president, somehow he managed to get that title. I still have lots of questions about the 2020 election. I have lots of questions about the 2020 election. I'm not going to get into that right now. But somehow we know that Joe Biden managed to get the title of the president. And as the president, this is what he thinks of the American people. He thinks that millions and millions and millions of American people are garbage. Understand this, my friends. If you have not voted yet, and if you are undecided, if you are going to be voting early over the next couple days, or if you are going to be voting on the day of the election and you're trying to decide who to vote for, just remember this. There is a party, there's a political party, it's called the Democrat Party, and that political party has high-ranking political figures who think that Americans are deplorables, irredeemables, garbage, Nazi. This is what the Democrats think of the American people. Emily is here. Hi, Emily. Thanks for being here. So, would you ever vote for any candidate that belongs to a political party that thinks that Americans are deplorables and irredeemables and garbage? Would you ever vote for Democrats who think that the American people are deplorables, that the American people are garbage? I mean, this is a very serious issue. This is a very serious issue. It's not a joke. You can't just disregard it. Can you trust politicians? Can you trust politicians and put them in positions of tremendous power if those politicians think that we are deplorables and we are garbage? No wonder that with Biden-Harris in power, we have seen the economy become such a mess. This is a mess. This economy is a mess right now. Yes, I know that somehow we're moving forward. Life goes on. We're struggling, but we're somehow managing to move forward a day after day after day, paycheck to paycheck. But we are really imprisoned. We are really imprisoned. We don't have freedom right now. We are imprisoned in this economy of extreme bad policy making. If you want real freedom, if you want a real thriving economy, you gotta vote for Donald J. Trump. Right now, we're kind of stuck in a web of bad policy making, rules and regulations, over-regulation. We're stuck. We really are. We're not being able to make progress. People are cutting back on how much they consume. People are cutting back on vacation. People are cutting back on how much money they can spend on clothes. People are not buying new cars as much. People are repairing old clothes and wearing them rather than being able to afford new clothes. People don't have enough money to pay for the home repairs that they need. People don't have the money that they need to pay for car repairs. People don't have the money to pay for insurance premiums. People are avoiding going to the doctor because they can't afford to pay the deductible. Dollar after dollar after dollar, it all adds up. When everything goes up in price, the American people struggle. And that's exactly what we are facing right now. We are struggling. We are stuck. Like, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you try to move forward and make progress, rise up in career, climb the ladder of prosperity, you can't. People are stuck. We need a president who understands the meaning of freedom, who understands how a free market economy works. We need a president who is going to cut regulations, cut taxes, and empower the American people. We need a president who is going to represent each and every American, regardless of the political affiliation of any individual American. When Donald Trump was in the White House, he was the president for all Americans, not just Republicans, not just the people who voted for him. He was the president representing all people. One of the best US presidents in history. Absolutely. One of the best US presidents. One of the best. I mean, listen, I gotta ask you, name 3 presidents you absolutely love. Absolutely. Name 3 presidents. You want 3 names from me? I will tell you 3 presidents I absolutely love. Abraham Lincoln, Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan. Well, I'm now giving you more than 3. Okay? Let's do 5, okay? Abraham Lincoln, Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump, and tell me, who do you think is the 5th one? A viewer is asking, you like Reagan? Absolutely. 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 Somebody wrote JFK. Yeah, JFK was a great president. Absolutely. JFK was good. The Democrat Party right now is not the Democrat Party of JFK. The Democrat Party right now is not the Democrat Party of JFK. The Democrat Party has gone so far left. It's unbelievable. The Democrat Party is running towards socialism real fast. Real fast. So back when JFK was in office, that was a different Democrat Party. A viewer writes, what state are you from? I am from Wisconsin. So yeah, I mean, let me give you a bipartisan list of 5, okay? Bipartisan list of 5 great presidents. Abraham Lincoln, Eisenhower, JFK, Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump. Who are your 5? Give me 5. Emily writes, Toss, I have an important question for you. Emily, go ahead and ask the question. Okay. So, Amanda writes, vote red down the ticket. Okay. So, we have somebody in the White House who thinks that millions of Americans are garbage. So, do not vote for Kamala. Do not vote for a Democrat. Do not vote for a Democrat. Hillary called us deplorables. Biden called us garbage. Both are Democrats. Both appear to be supporting Kamala. Don't vote for Kamala. Do not vote for Kamala. Lots of comments pouring in. My friends, would you please like this video? Would you please like this video? And subscribe if you have not done so already, okay? Aubrey is writing, what is your view on abortion? Well, first of all, I'll tell you, I am very, very pro-life. Okay, I'm very, very pro-life. Okay, pro-life. But if you look at the issue of abortion, if you put your political, if you put your your personal views on abortion aside, if you keep that aside, you look at it strictly from a legislative policy-making standpoint, then I'll tell you that abortion, it's not a federal issue. It is a state issue, okay? The Democrats try to make it a federal issue. It is not a federal issue. It is a state issue. So each state, the voters of each state should have a say in what the rules regarding abortion would be. Okay? So it should be left up to the voters in each state. And each state may come up with, a different, solution to this question of, where people stand on abortion. Okay? Because, society has a responsibility to protect life, right? We do. We have a responsibility to protect life. The question seems to be, okay, at what point do we start protecting the life of the unborn? I'm not going into the medical discussion. There are questions about, okay, when does life begin? There are some faith-based views on this. There are some medical views on this. There are debates. I'm not going to go into that. What I'm telling you, I have my views. I told you I'm very, very pro-life. I'm very, very pro-life. But looking at the bigger picture, this is something that should be left up to the states. It is not a federal issue. The Democrats love to make it the Democrats love to make everything federal. You know why? Because the Democrats, they love one-size-fits-all solution. Whatever the Democrats think they want to impose it on everybody else. If the Democrats love electric vehicles, not only are they going to drive electric vehicles, they want everybody in the country to be forced to drive electric vehicles. I mean, that's how the Democrats operate. Okay? It's like, if I like broccoli, you have to eat broccoli. Okay? By the way, I like broccoli. Okay? So I'm not saying broccoli is bad. I'm just using it as an example. You can just fill in the blank with any other vegetable or any other food. But really, if I like broccoli, if I like, green peppers or whatever, uh, I shouldn't be forcing other people to eat broccoli. But this is what let me just use like a little bit of a funny example to try to explain the point. If Democrats love broccoli, they would want the federal government to mandate that everyone eats broccoli every day. Okay? That's how the Democrat mind works. That's what they do. Like, if I think this is good, everybody should have it. And the way to do it is to have the federal government impose it on everyone. Like the federal government, when the Democrats are in power, the federal government acts like some big brother, okay? That's watching you, that's watching every step, that's going to control you. So that's why the Democrats make abortion a federal issue. Because we know there are extreme Democrats who actually support abortion up to the moment of birth. You know that, right? Emily says, I asked. Emily, you asked me a question. Did I miss it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I missed your question. Okay, I will try to get to your question, Emily. Okay, I see your question about states and vote counting. I don't think I can answer that today. I may have to do it on a different day, Emily. But thanks for your question. So going back to the issue of the role of the government, the Democrats, I mean, do you know that the Democrats, there are Democrats out there so extreme, they support abortion up to the moment of birth. I mean, do you agree with me? You've seen that, right? You've heard that? Let me know. Tangerine's here. Hello, Tangerine. All right. Okay. Wow, lots of questions coming in. All right. Aubrey writes, who's winning the election so far? It seems Trump is winning. Seems to me Trump is winning. So, my friends, that's why, let me tell you, we want limited government, especially when it comes to federal government. Federal government should be limited. There are certain responsibilities, certain roles that the federal government plays, and that's all they should do. The federal government should not be a big brother. The federal government should not be this large entity that keeps track of everything that we're doing, everything that we're saying, everything that we're, eating, drinking, wearing, driving. But the Democrats want the federal government to be this big and bloated entity that's going to work on implementing the Democrats' far left agenda. The Democrats, they use the federal government to implement their agenda, but that's not what the federal government is for. So, going back to the issue of abortion, it should be a state issue. It should be a state issue. It should be a state issue. Who agrees with me? Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, write agree, or you can write toss if you're right. Patricia writes yes. Charles Lawson writes yes. Keeper writes 100. King Bells writes, I disagree, sir. Okay. Debbie writes agree. Who else? Robert writes yes. Fred writes yes. Okay. Ra writes, bro, vote for toss. If you're going to vote for me, I'm not on the ballot. Do you want to see me on the ballot? I'm not on the ballot. Trust me, I'm not on the ballot for 2024. If you want to see me on the ballot, you can let me know. But I am not on the ballot in 2024, okay? So I'm not running for any. Aubrey writes, join the ballot. Well, it's too late for 2024, but thank you for your vote of confidence. Garfield writes, you never seem to answer basic questions. Garfield, you're saying I don't seem to answer basic questions? Somebody just asked me my view on abortion. I answered it. What do you want? I answered the question. Trump 2024. I love it when I see Trump 2024 in the live chat. Please write Trump 2024. Make America great again. Okay, who else is here? My friends, please subscribe if you have not done so already. Please do, okay? If I get 59 more subscriptions, I am going to be at 6,800 subscriptions. I would love to get to 7,000, but tonight let's get to 6,800 if we can. There are many people watching. If 59 of those people would just subscribe, then I'm going to be at 6,800, okay? Let's see. Freshly writes, Tossif, how was your day? Well, my day was good. It was busy. Busy is good. It was productive. So I had a good day. Thank you for asking. Amanda writes, is there a poll tonight? If you can recommend some poll questions, that'd be great. Feel free to recommend poll question, my friends. Okay? Or we can just do, okay. Let's do a very simple poll. Let's do a very simple poll. We did it before. We're going to do it again. Okay? Just like, hold on. Okay. So I'm going to ask the question, who are you going to vote for in the 2024 presidential election? I did a poll like this previously, but over there I kept only two options, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. This time I'm going to write other. Okay? So who are you going to vote for in the 2024 presidential election? Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, or other? Other meaning third-party candidates, okay? Start the poll. Let's see who's here. Who are you going to vote for in the 2024 presidential election, okay? Wow. Enormous support for Donald J. Trump. I'm looking at the live chat. Okay. All right, let's see. Wow, lots of comments pouring in. And you know what? It's already 76 votes in what, a minute or 2 minutes? And Donald Trump is getting most of the votes. Most of the votes. And you know what? This is what's going to happen. After hearing what Joe Biden said about the American people, what he said about the Donald Trump supporters, he called Donald Trump supporters who are American citizens. Joe Biden called Donald Trump supporters garbage. Garbage. And so after this, the American people are completely going to reject the Democrats, okay? Don't vote for the Democrats. Not in the race for the U.S. Senate, not in the race for the U.S. House. Just don't vote for Democrats. Don't vote for Democrats, okay? 99 votes already in, 60% saying Donald Trump. Wow. CJ writes, are you an American? Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So, my friends, I am curious to know, because I always like to discuss, some election maps, different states. Give me 1 second, okay? My laptop is running out of charge, so I have to connect the charger. All right, got it. So I'm always curious to know what states you're from, because I like to discuss the different states, and especially the battleground states, okay? So let me know what state you're from. Lexi writes California. Okay. Aubrey writes California. Elijah writes Indiana. Okay. Who else? Charlene from Ohio. King from Pennsylvania. Daniel from Michigan. Wow. Listen, Michigan's gonna go for Trump. I mean, I can almost guarantee it. There's nothing that Gretchen Whitmer can do to get the people of Michigan to vote for Kamala, okay? Gretchen Whitmer, not gonna work. Michigan's gonna go for Trump. Okay. Frank writes Los Angeles. All right. King writes Harris will win Texas. You think Harris will win Texas? You really, I mean, who thinks, okay, if you think that Trump is going to win Texas, right? Trump will win Texas. Let's see who, I think Trump is going to win Texas. Let's see who else thinks that Trump is going to win Texas. Elijah writes Trump will win Texas. Aubrey writes Trump will win Texas. Vicky writes Trump. Patricia writes Trump. Lexi writes Trump. Kelly writes Trump wins Texas. Amanda writes Trump. Absolutely. Trump is going to, I know that the Democrats, I don't know, why they are dreaming about this. But the Democrats, they seem to be dreaming that they are going to win Texas. I mean, really, are you guys hallucinating? Are you guys dreaming? Are you guys like in your senses? If there's no way that Donald Trump's going to lose Texas. It's not going to happen. The Democrats are dreaming that they're going to win Texas. It's not going to happen. The Democrats will not win Texas. Donald Trump will win Texas. Donald Trump is not going to lose Texas. Does that make sense? Do you agree with me? Let me know if you agree with me, okay? Lexi writes yes. Yeah, Texas for Trump. Absolutely. Heidi writes agree. Thank you, Heidi. Wow, lots of viewers here. If you have not subscribed yet, my friends, please do so. So far tonight, we are less than an hour into the live stream, 56 minutes. More than 10,400 people have already watched this video. So I thank you for the support. If I could get, like 50 more subscribers, I could get to 6,800, which would be really awesome. Wow. A viewer here is writing, Harris will win Iowa. Harris will win Iowa. You really think Harris is going to win Iowa? I mean, the Democrats are really dreaming. Harris will win Iowa. That is never going to happen. Never going to happen. Harris is not going to win Iowa. Okay, hold on. We got to do another exercise here. Iowa for Trump. A viewer named Dania writes, go back to your country. Dania writes, go back to your country. My friends, what does Dania mean when Dania tells me go back to your country? You know what my country is, right? I'm an American. This is my country. Would you show some support to me? Would you please show some support and write Tausif is an American. I am a naturalized American citizen. And somebody is saying, go back to your country. I am in my country. I am in my country. Amanda writes, Tausif is an American. Thank you, Amanda. Another viewer, that guy, writes, you are an American. Garfield writes, Tausif is an American. Thank you, Garfield. See, Garfield, I know Garfield disagrees with me on so many things, but Garfield is kind enough to write, Tausif is an American. Thank you, Garfield. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, we can disagree, we can agree, we can still have a conversation, we will have some heated arguments, but we have to respect each other. And Garfield, thank you for writing, Tausif is an American. I know Garfield disagrees with me on most things, but I appreciate Garfield showing some support. And there are so many others. Debbie is writing, Tausif is American. A viewer writes, you're a good man. Don't let that bother you. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much. Um, Lexi writes, Tosif is an American. Tahir, a viewer named Tahir is writing, hi sir, where are you from? I am from, I'm originally, I'm from Bangladesh, but I live in the United States. I'm an American citizen, naturalized American citizen, and I live in Wisconsin, okay? Uh, so, a viewer named Luxury Estate Investors is writing, you got your green card, and he thinks he's American. I had a green card. I had a green card for many years, but once you become a US citizen, you no longer have the green card because you don't need the green card once you become a naturalized US citizen. So I'm a naturalized US citizen. I don't have a green card because I don't need a green card, okay? Uh, Memes writes, bro, you are 100% American in my book. Thank you. Thank you so very much. See, tremendous support I get from the friends of this community. So thank you for your support, my friends. Thank you. So really, just going back to this issue of Joe Biden calling American citizens garbage. You know, remember this before you cast your ballot. Remember that Democrats call us deplorables and irredeemables and garbage. Okay? My friends, we are not garbage. We are not garbage. We are human beings of flesh and blood. I'm a human being. I'm not a garbage. All of you watching, all of you who are watching, you support Donald Trump. You're not garbage. You are human beings. You are human beings of flesh and blood. You are human beings living in this world, living in this country, and you have your thoughts, your dreams, your ambition. You know, you've got your hopes. You are living and breathing. You are human beings. You've got family. You've got friends. You've got strengths. You've got talents. You've got weaknesses. Right? We are human beings. We're not perfect. I know my strength. I know what talents and what skills I have, but I also know my weaknesses. I know what is it that I can't do, something that I'm not good at. I know that. And I know the things I am good at. Because I'm a human being. I learn. I try to learn. I try to gather more knowledge. I read books. I read articles. I read the news. I have critical thinking skills. And many of you out there, you are also learning each and every day new things. Learning from lectures, learning from books, and learning from life's real experience. We are constant learners. We are human beings. We have emotions. We cry, we laugh, we get angry, we're sad at times. We are human beings. We always look forward to a better future. We are human beings. We are not garbage. Can you imagine how Joe Biden, he basically just, it turned human beings into garbage. How could he say that? I mean, words matter. Words matter. And I understand that because I speak every day. I do these live streams that are 1 hour long, 2 hours long, even 3 hours long sometimes. Words matter. What you say has an impact on other people. If you are sad, and you are sitting somewhere with your head down and you're silent for whatever reason, maybe something went wrong and you're just sad, somebody comes and cheers you up with words. Somebody brings a positive news and you get your energy back. Somebody gives you a compliment and you feel recharged. Words have impact on people. And somebody could be having an excellent day and somebody else comes and says something nasty, a bad remark or an insult or something, or a bad news. And then the energy can be gone in a fraction of a second. So words have impacts. What people hear, what others say will have an impact on you. So here is Joe Biden, somebody who is occupying the highest public office in the country, the highest public office in the United States of America, that's the office of the president. Joe Biden is occupying that office, and he just reveals what's deep in his heart. It is not a mistake. It is not a mistake. Democrats will tell you, oh, he said that by mistake. He didn't mean that, blah, 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 blah. No, he meant what he said. And what he said was, he called Trump supporters garbage. Living and breathing human beings, hardworking Americans, he called them garbage. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We don't have a real leader in the White House right now. We don't. A real leader would never make a comment like that. Never, ever, ever. A real leader would never make a comment like that. But Joe Biden did. He called us garbage. Lawrence is here. Hello, Lawrence. And so, my friends, do you think that it is time to have a real leader in the White House? Do you think it is time to have a bold and honest and truthful leader in the White House? Do you think that it is time to have a leader in the White House who is going to respect all Americans? Do you think it is time to have a leader in the White House who is going to be a president for all Americans? A president for the Democrats, the Republicans, the Independents. A president for all Americans. Do you think we need a leader in the White House who will make America great again? I think we need a leader like that. A strong leader, a bold leader, a leader who respects people, a leader who will represent the American people, a leader who will always focus on what's best for the American people, a leader who is going to put America first. There is a leader like that. We just have to vote for him. And we have to get him to the White House. And that is Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. That's the leader we need. Claudia Greenwood is here. Hello, Claudia. Okay. My friends, time to show support for President Trump. Please write Trump 2024. If you love President Trump, please write Trump 2024. Show some support to our leader, Donald Trump. Write Trump 2024, my friends. Tiffany writes Trump 2024. Dan writes Trump 2024. Amanda writes Trump train. Katrina writes Trump 2024. Joshua writes Trump 2024. Who else? Jody writes Trump 2024. Renee writes Trump 2024. There are some people who are writing Harris 2024. I mean, oh well, what can I say? Ariel writes Trump 2024. Okay. Claudia Greenwood writes Trump 2024. My friends, please subscribe if you have not done so already. Chip writes Trump 2024. Jeremy writes Trump 2024. Chazzy Star is here. Hello, Chazzy Star. Suzanne is here. Garfield writes, Trump will be sentenced soon. Well, Garfield, I'm going to tell you one thing. That trial was a sham trial. I think I mentioned that on this channel before. I mentioned it, that trial in New York, that trial targeting Trump, that sham trial, it's a sham trial. It's a sham trial. Aubrey says, I need to go, but good night. Thanks, Aubrey, Aubrey Emma. Thank you for being here, Aubrey. Thank you so very much. Okay. All right, so if you want our country to head in the right direction, vote for Donald Trump. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Vote for Trump. And also, my friends, if you have any questions for me regarding the Electoral College map, let me know. I'm going to share some information with you. Give me 1 second, okay? All right. Got it. Okay, so let me share some information. Okay, so I want to share with you some information. People have been asking me, Tausif, who's going to win Wisconsin? And it's a natural question because obviously I live in Wisconsin. I'm very, very politically involved. And so people, have been asking me about my opinion about Wisconsin. So I want to share with you some thoughts about Wisconsin. So give me a little bit of time. Okay. All right. So, if you look at Wisconsin, my friends, lots of viewers here. Thank you so much. It's great to see the channel continue to move forward with momentum, and it's possible because of your support. I'm going to be discussing Wisconsin, so stay here. Okay. So if you look at Wisconsin, by the way, please pay attention to what I'm about to tell you because I'll be talking about some data, some numbers. Okay. So if you are listening, just write listening. Are you listening? Just say yes or listening, and then I'll continue. I have something very important to share with you. Okay, Tiffany writes listening. Brenda, okay. So, all right, people are listening. Great. So, when you look at the RCP average, the real clear polling average, right now for Wisconsin, and I'm talking about the presidential race, I'm talking about the race for the White House, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. I see some nasty comments there. I'll disregard. 2024 presidential election, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris, Wisconsin. If you look at the real clear polling average, you are going to see that Donald Trump is at 48.1%, Kamala Harris is at 48.3%, with 6 days left for the election. With 6 days left for the election, Donald Trump is at 48.1, Kamala Harris is at 48.3, which means Kamala Harris is, according to the RCP average, Kamala Harris is up by 0.2. 0.2. A viewer is asking source. Well, it is real clear polling average. You can go to real clear polling. You can look at the average of polls. So Trump is at 48.1, Harris is at 48.3. So Harris is up by 0.2 points. Now, here's the interesting thing. Back in 2016, 6 days before the election, the presidential election, okay, so we know right at this moment, RCP average for Wisconsin, Kamala Harris is up by 0.2. But if we go back to 2016, to this exact timeline, back in 2016, with 6 days to go before the election, and do a comparison, like where was Hillary Clinton? What was Hillary Clinton's lead back then versus what's Kamala's lead right now in Wisconsin, running against Trump, right? Back in 2016, with 6 days to election, Hillary Clinton was up by, and this is real clear average, Hillary Clinton was up by 5.4%. 5.4. Can you believe that? By the way, I see Susan Parker has joined. Susan Parker, so good to see you, Susan. Thank you for joining. Susan Parker from North Carolina. Very nice to see you, okay? All right. Back in 2016, now I want you all to listen to me. The reason I'm repeating is because I'm talking about numbers. I want you to understand. Back in 2016, when Hillary Clinton was running against Donald Trump, the RCP average showed that Hillary Clinton was up by 5.4 percentage points. 5.4. She had a 5.4 point lead over Trump back in 2016 with 6 days to go before the election. And we know what happened, right? In Wisconsin, Hillary Clinton lost. Even when RCP average showed a 5.4 point lead for Hillary in Wisconsin, Hillary Clinton lost. And right now, Kamala Harris has a 0.2 point lead. Not even half a point. Not even 1 point. Hillary was up by more than 5 points and she lost Wisconsin. Kamala is up by 0.2 points, percentage points. What does that mean? That means Kamala Harris is going to lose Wisconsin. Very, very likely that Kamala Harris is going. I mean, Hillary had this much lead. Kamala has this much lead. This much lead. Okay? I'm not showing you exactly everything to scale, but I just want you to visually get a sense of what I'm talking about. With 6 days left for the election, in Wisconsin, back in 2016, Hillary Clinton was up by more than 5 points, 5.4. And Kamala right now is up by 0.2. Hillary, even after being up by 5.4 points, she lost the election. And Kamala is up by 0.2. So do you understand how slim Kamala's lead is? Which tells me in reality she may actually be significantly behind Trump, Kamala Harris. So really, I'm telling you that Kamala Harris is going to lose Wisconsin. Once again, hard to predict. But as long as we look at history, as long as we look at trends, as long as we look at the facts, you can get a sense of what's going on. So Kamala Harris will lose Wisconsin, and it's very, very likely that she will lose Wisconsin. So to all those who ask me, tell us about Wisconsin, what's going on? This is my analysis. By the way, my friends, can I get 21 more subscriptions? Are there 21 more people out there who will subscribe and help me get to 6,800 points, subscriber mark, 6,800 subscriber mark? Would you please subscribe if you have not done so already? All right, 15 more. I know we can get there. Thank you, my friends. So, I know there are some trolls here. I can see their comments. That's okay. You know, my friends, we have to be nice to people. We have to be nice, okay? Don't insult each other. All right? Don't insult me. If you insult me, fine. I have very thick skin. Doesn't bother me. If you cause disruption, I'm gonna block you. But please, let's be nice to each other. Let's treat each other with respect, okay? That's the best way to move forward. So yeah, you want to know about Wisconsin. This is my analysis. Jeremy writes, okay, a viewer writes, respectfully, Trump will lose. No, Trump's not going to lose. But if that's what you want to express respectfully, that's okay. Jeremy writes, I subscribe tonight. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Trump is not going to lose. Trump is going to win. Trump is going to win big. He's going to win. He's going to make America great again. Okay. So, my friends, that's pretty much all that I have for tonight. 1 hour, 25 minutes into the live stream. I'm having such extremely busy days that I'm not able to do like 2 hour long live streams, but I will. So stay connected with me, my friends. Trump is going to win Wisconsin. I'm very confident about it. And, here in Wisconsin, we are just encouraging people to go and vote, get out the vote. It's all going to be about turnout. Okay? It's all going to be about turnout. And I know this is going to be a very high turnout election. So we just have to wait and see what happens. But I feel very confident that Trump's going to win Wisconsin. So, my friends, thank you so very much for spending almost 1 hour, 30 minutes, close to 1 hour, 30 minutes with me. I really appreciate your support. I will continue to do these live streams. Okay. I started live streaming quite a while ago. I know some people say, oh, Trump's going to lose and, you're going to, whatever. Your channel's going to close. No. Trump is not going to lose. Trump's going to win. And my channel is not connected to any particular election. Okay, I've seen different election cycles, 2016, 2018. I've seen before that, 2014. I've seen different, I have been involved. I mean, right after I came to the US, I saw 2008. I saw that election. I saw the Obama versus Romney election, 2012. I saw that. I saw 2014. I saw 2016. I mean, I've seen different elections, my friends, and some of you may have, those who are older than me, you've seen many more elections, many more than I have. But my friends, and I started voting after I became a U.S. citizen. After I became a U.S. citizen, I started voting. So, my friends, if we have learned something by reading history, by observing the past, by going through previous election cycles, I can tell you this truly is going to be the most important election of our lifetime. It truly is. And that's why I think we all must pay attention. We all must be informed. We all must try to educate ourselves regarding the issues, read about the candidates, read about their background, their history, and the choice will be very obvious, okay? If you do studies on the two candidates, the leading candidates from the two leading parties, Democrat, Republican, it's Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. If you read the history, the background, and if you follow the track record of these two candidates, you will know that Donald Trump is the obvious choice. Donald Trump is the obvious choice. If you want a real leader, a true leader, it's going to have to be Donald Trump in the White House. So, my friends, those who say, oh, your channel is going to be shut down, your channel is going to be closed after the election. No, my channel is not connected to any particular election. My channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. I do talk about elections quite a bit because, that's the biggest thing right now. People are talking about election, but really my channel is not connected to the outcome of the election. My channel will continue. Okay? And I am also very confident that Trump is going to win Wisconsin and Trump is going to become the 47th president of the United States of America. So, with that, my friends, please stay connected with me. Subscribe if you have not done so already. And to all those who don't like my channel, I hope you'll still watch, and I hope I'll be able to convince you that Trump is the right candidate. And if you have completely, made up your mind and you are not going to listen to any arguments or any other suggestions or thoughts or facts, that's okay. But Trump, I believe, I strongly believe that Trump is the person who is going to make our economy strong again, who is going to secure the border, who is going to deport the criminal illegal aliens, who is going to strengthen our relationship with our international allies, and who is going to um, make energy affordable, make gasoline affordable. So that's why I already voted for Donald J. Trump. I voted early and in person. If you have not voted yet, please do so. Vote early if possible. My friends, thank you so very much. I appreciate your support, your words of encouragement. Thank you. Before we go, let's do this once again. Let's write Trump 2024. Can we write that? Trump 2024. Let's do it. Trump 2024, my friends. Let's do it. Let's show some support. And then I will conclude the live stream. Lots of people writing Trump 2024. Girlina, Debbie, Amanda, Tony, Pete, Scotty, Jackie, Blue Jerry, Heidi, that girl. Thank you, my friends. Tylin, Claudia Greenwood, thank you so very much. Thank you, my friends. Please stay connected to my channel. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Like this video, share this video, watch my previous live streams, watch my podcast episodes, the video versions, watch my YouTube Shorts videos. Thank you for supporting this channel. I appreciate it, and I will be back again with more live stream, more commentary, more analysis, more discussion. So stay tuned. Thank you so very much. Trump 2024, let's make America great again. Thank you, my friends. Have a wonderful night, and I'll be back again soon with another live stream.